Why do I do calisthenics? That's a question that I've been asking myself for the last 6.5 years. And the truth is, I didn't know for most of the time. And because I didn't know for most of the time, I know that today most people also don't know. In the last year, I've went on calls with hundreds of athletes. I've talked to them on video calls, voice calls, messages, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything. And every time that I asked, why do you do calisthenics? I got the same answer. I don't know. And of course I tried to dive deeper. And I still got the same answer. Because it's cool. Because the skills look cool. Because I'm strong. But there are other things that look cool. There are other things that make you strong. Skateboard is cool. The gym makes you strong. Why do you do calisthenics? Why did you decide to do these specific skills? That's a question that most calisthenics athletes today don't know how to answer. And I think that the fact that they don't know how to answer is a very big problem, because at the end of the day, if you don't know the specific reason as to why you are doing something, how can you know that you are doing it correctly? And how can you know that you should even do it? I think that one of the biggest reasons that so many people don't know why they do calisthenics is because they're afraid of finding out the answer. Because they're afraid that if they ask themselves this reason and they dive deep enough, they realize that they don't have a reason to do calisthenics. But that's great. If you realize you don't have a reason to do something, don't do it. And if you're afraid of this scenario, you should definitely ask yourself, why do you do calisthenics? Because you have two options. Either you realize you don't want to do calisthenics and you quit wasting your time, or you realize the exact reasons you do calisthenics. So now you have a better meaning for it, you have a deeper meaning for it, and you can do it better. You can do more correct exercises, you can work on more correct skills, you can do better training programs simply because you realize why you want to do calisthenics. So if you are not afraid to learn this, and if you are not afraid to start asking yourself, why do you want to do calisthenics? I want to help you do that today. Now, it's hard to just ask yourself why. It's hard to just sit on a chair in a room and close your eyes and ask, all right, why do I want to get the planche? Why do I want to do the one-arm handstand? But an easier way to do that is to look at people who you admire in the sport. Let's say there is an athlete that you really like. You like his skills, you like his videos, you like his content, you like his vibe, anything. Look at him and ask yourself, what do I like about it? Why do I like watching his videos? Why does he give me motivation? What do I like about his skills? Maybe I like the strength that he displays in those skills. Maybe I like the fact that it looks artistic. Maybe I like the fact that people are shocked by what he's doing. Maybe I like the fact that I know that it takes a lot of body control to do what he's doing. Now, when you look at another person, it's way easier for you to tell what you like about it. And the interesting thing is that very soon you realize that the reason you love your favorite calisthenics influencers is the same reason you want to do calisthenics yourself. Because at the end of the day, let's say for me, when I started training calisthenics, one of my biggest motivations was Daniel's license. And to me, it's not that I specifically liked his name or anything, or his face. He was the embodiment of what calisthenics meant for me. That's why I liked him. Because he had so many things that I wanted. He was traveling around the world, he had cool friends, he made cool video, he was super strong, he controlled his body really, really well. Those are all things that I wanted to do. So for me, he was the embodiment of the person I want to become in the future. And when I realized that to do so, you need to do calisthenics, I wanted to do calisthenics. So look at the person you like and ask yourself, why do I like him? What do I like about him? What do I like about the way he does calisthenics? And very soon you'll realize that you don't have only one reason to why you want to do calisthenics, and you don't have only one reason to why you like this person, because you can't have only one reason. It's quite impossible. And the more important a thing for you is, the more reasons you have to like it and to do it. If I asked you, why do you love your mother, you wouldn't tell me just because you like her hair. You tell me because she's smart, because she raised you, because she puts food on the table, because she's kind, because she's funny. There are so many reasons to why you love your mother. It's not one. And the deeper your connection is to something, the more reasons you have to do it or to like it. So if you want to do calisthenics and if you want to get better, sit down and start writing reasons as to why you do calisthenics. What do you want to gain from it? Why do you want to achieve those specific skills that you're working on? Why do you want to do the planche and not the front lever? Why do you want to do the front lever and not the one-arm handstand? Why do you want to do the one-arm handstand and not the muscle up? The better you realize why you do what you do, the easier it will be for you to do it. Now, once you realize that, you'll very soon realize that you're not working hard enough. And I'm not talking about you're not pushing hard enough in training, but you're not doing enough. Because after you ask yourself why I do calisthenics and you give yourself a very deep and meaningful reason and reasons, you realize that you need to do so much more in order to get to this point, in order to become the person that you want to become with calisthenics. And the problem is, if you don't do that, if you don't do everything in your power to get there, if you don't eat right, if you don't sleep well enough, if you don't do the mobility and the strengthening work, it's like saying, I don't want to be that person. And that's fine if you realize that you're not willing to pay that price. Now, if you want to become good at calisthenics and if you want to achieve your full potential, you can't just train right. Not eating correctly, not sleeping well enough will be equal to saying, I don't care how good I get in this. Of course, it's a scale. Of course, one bad meal won't mean you not get a full planche, and one sleepless night won't destroy you. But it's like a snowball. Once you start doing it, you become the person who does it. It becomes possible for you. So yeah, this was the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it helpful. Pretty quick, pretty short, pretty straight to the point. I hope someone sees it. I hope someone finds it helpful, because to me it helped. And I will see you in the next video, which will probably be a vlog.